All right. Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and well, and also to their elders, the men that taught them. I pray the Lord have peace, blessings, and mercy upon the household to the hopeful elect. This is the brother Shema One from the Great Millstone Houston Church. And I want to come with a lesson going into something that this young child, this young woman told me, a little girl. She said, I hope that we all make it. And literally, it pricked my spirit to come and push record, but thinking about, like, what does that mean? What does it mean to make it? And, with that being said, man, I'm going to get a few precepts, and I pray this lesson be edifying. So, like I mentioned, she said she hopes that we just make it, right? Now, let me just get a few precepts that come to mind. First, enduring until the end. As Yahweh Shah mentioned. Let me grab this. This is the book of, let me see. I'll start right here. Matthew, the 24th chapter. And straight to the point, verse 13. This is Yahweh Shah speaking. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So making it until the end and enduring. Let me get it in the etymology. Endure. Endure is a verb, and it says to undergo suffering, to undergo or suffer, especially without breaking, to continue in existence. And that pretty much is the course of this life. To undergo all the sufferings. According to the scripture, it mentions when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Whenever certain things come your way to try you, don't be surprised at the fiery trials, going into testings, things that are going to basically bring pressure to you, can cause stress, can cause conflict in your life, but you undergo it or you suffer it, especially without breaking. That's the point. So making it is attached to not breaking, enduring until the end, right? Now let me go back to Matthew chapter 24. And I'm going to start up. Man, really, you can start at verse 4, verse 3, and read through. Well, matter of fact, for time's sakes, let me get another precept. Making it until the end. All right. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and 14. It says, I'm going to start at 13. Nope. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. And that's the only way you're going to be able to endure. If the Lord saves you from the time of your afflictions, or from the time of your sufferings, from the times of whenever you have to endure. The only way to overcome is if the Lord saves you. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah is going to save, as his name means. He deliverer. He saves. Yahweh Shah, that's what his name means. It's not Jesus. It's not Yahusha. It's not Yeshua. His name is Yahweh Shah. Breaking it down in the Hebrew, Yah means he. Yahweh Shah means deliver. Literally, that's what his name means in the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo. So verse 12, it says, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Right? And if you read up, it goes into the importance of having a trust in the Lord, having fear in the Lord, calling on his name. And if you do those things and you stick to it, you'll never go another way. It won't be confusion when it comes to being saved, because you single-handedly kept your eyes single on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. So it says, woe be to the fearful hearts, meaning your mind, whenever you are overcome by the thoughts that trouble you, overcome by demons that are messing with you and causing you to think otherwise. You know, it's a battle. That's where the endurance takes place. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. And a lot of the biggest struggles are with yourself. You know, the shit that goes on within your mind, you know, the thought process, the way that things seem to be, but you can't let your mind, you can't let your spirit, your heart, you know, get carried away. You have to apply the scriptures, you know. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, because if it processes in your spirit, therefore it will bring life to action, man. So you have to really fight against those thoughts that come in your mind that are contrary, you know, to the uplifting and to the road to enduring that the Lord gave us. So you have to fight no matter what, even if you don't feel like it. The mind is a weapon, man. But according to the scriptures, that's our guide. You know, that's what we trust and lean on. You know, that's what we have to. It says, in faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. So if you lack faith, if you don't trust in the word of the Lord, if you don't apply it, if you don't fight the good fight, if you don't endure, the Lord will not defend you. There's no need to break that down. Then it says, woe unto you that have lost patience. Patience means to suffer. You were overcome. You didn't endure the sufferings. You know, you didn't endure those moments when it was time to just keep fighting without breaking. And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? And a lot of those times are done whenever you're by yourself. A lot of those times are done when you're not around brothers, when you ain't around sisters. You know, that's the part of, how does Apostle Paul say it? You know, how much more in my absence? You know, whenever you're by yourself, so to speak, you know, how do you conduct yourself, especially in the mind, in your spirit, in your heart? You know, are you built up in the mind? Are you fully persuaded in your own mind? And that's a part of examination. But it says, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they will love him, and they that love him will keep his ways. Because that goes back to, you know, having our path directed, you know, leaning on what the Lord laid out for us, his ways, you know, sticking by him, sticking by his side, being obedient unto his word, you know, and not our flesh or what we have the desires to do, you know, especially with the mindset of going back to the beginning, being saved in the time of afflictions, being saved in the time when it's necessary to endure, you know. But going back, before I forget my thought process, how the point of this lesson was what I just heard, you know, Lil Mama say, I hope we all make it till the end. And making it till the end requires endurance, because Acts 14:22 says, concerning the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, right? Continuing in the faith while what? And while it's all peaches and cream, when everything goes your way, you know, when it's just bright and sunny and you just feel good all the time. No. Continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom. Have faith while you endure. Have faith while you undergo suffering. While those sufferings are upon you, you don't break. You do not break, because you're set on the enduring part, on not breaking and just sticking to the script that the Lord has written for us. The instructions that he has played out, the ways that he already has laid out, strictly, man, that's it. That is it. No other way it matters. Being persuaded or being tricked with this gimmick, that has no weight. That has no effect, man. This is it. Faith and endurance. Then the Lord is going to come through and save, man. Let me see. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach, of Yahushua Hamashiach. Right? No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. And this is something that we didn't sign up for. This is something that the Lord chose us to be a part of, which is like the gift of faith that no man can boast. The Lord enlisted you in his army. The Lord drafted you into his army to be one of his soldiers. So therefore, his soldiers undergo suffering and endure hardness uprightly. The Lord has requirements. If you undergo suffering, don't show it. Don't be overly emotional. Don't broadcast it to the world. Undergo it, silently, to the best of your ability. And we got the Lord to talk to and cry to whenever it gets like that. Differently from how this world operates. Got to broadcast every trouble, every speed bump you go over. Broadcast it to the world to get that attention. The only attention we're seeking is from the Lord, man. But that was just on my spirit. Something real quick. Some little mama asked, I hope we all, or something that she said, I hope that we all make it. Then it made me think, what does that mean? Because a lot of people say that. But being able to endure, especially the times that you can read in Revelations chapter 3 and verse 10. The hour of temptation that's going to come upon all the world. But the scriptures say, since those that kept the word of his patience, applying the scriptures and walking it, and not just talking it, really, man, really being in that state of needing the Lord's mercy, because we don't have it. We can never amount to that. We absolutely need Yahushua, man. But those that keep the word of his patience, the Lord is going to provide a way to get that victory and not to be consumed, to overcome and endure, to ultimately be saved from trouble, from destruction, from being, from being destroyed on this side, man. So with that being said, I pray this was edifying. Till the next time I say shalom.